Hey everybody, I am Dr. Jane Mims with GILD Coaching, and my dear friend Jade is joining me. Hello Jade.
Hi, how are you, everyone?
This is Devi Jade, and she is an amazing spiritual woman. She's a high priestess, she's a mystic, a seer, and she and I together are the Woo Woo Chicks.
Yeah, we certainly are.
Jade, tell everybody what we're doing with Woo Woo Chicks. This is a new thing that this is a new partnership that Jade and I are doing together, and we wanted to bring it to you.
Well, we got together. We felt it would be really a good time because to have two women come together to share with every kind of woman that there is around, and including guys, if you want to come, to really understand spirituality on a whole different level, and also that spirituality is not just about being serious and stoic and so really oriented. It's also really about being playful and fun and just embracing the best part of yourself and expressing it in a beautiful way.
Yeah, my heart for this partnership and presenting Woo Woo Chicks to the world is I've been on a spiritual journey since as long as I can remember, since I was a child. I grew up in a very strict, orthodox home, and there were certain check boxes, and I always thought that there may be something else, like another option out there. Not that what I was taught was wrong, but is there something to add on, or is there something for an instead choice, almost like a cafeteria, I suppose. And so I've really been a spiritual wanderer since I was 12, and I'm a pretty down-to-earth person, have a business, head for business on my shoulders, run my own business, but there's still very much a spiritual part of who I am. And so I want other people who are kind of stuck in that wandering space, who don't really have an outlet for exploration or feel like it would be weird, or that they don't have the right community. I want to provide that community, because you can be up leveled in any area of life if you're more connected spiritually.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
Yeah.
It's very true.
So a lot of people go to Jade. Jade has been providing guidance, spiritual services, all sorts of things for more than 2 decades. So Jade, tell us a little bit about some of the things that you've done in your time in this field.
So first and foremost, I'm going to say this. It is really, really important for a person that's on a spiritual path to do exactly what Jane is doing. It's good to wander and discover and, eat this food, go over here, see what really is home to you. Because as you do that, and if you're open to yourself and what's coming through and the guidance you're receiving, you will find the right place that feels exactly like home to you. That's why everything is as one. For me, I was simply born this way. And so it's very, very natural to me. And all of my life, I've been doing spiritual things. And as I got older, I didn't realize it was natural, because it's like eating certain things. It's just the same thing to you, and maybe to somebody in another country or another place, it's not so good. Well, it's like, what's natural is natural. So for me, had no idea that this was going to be the path I was going to be on, because I simply wanted to, this is the truth, everyone. I simply wanted to have home, hearth, a great husband, children. I really liked the 50s style. I loved it because
She was clearer.
what I wanted, because I didn't get that growing up. So I wanted to provide
Jade, knowing you and knowing how, I just cannot see you in that. I'm picturing you with like that, your hair all pinned up and the apron on with the frillies.
Oh yeah.
I cannot see you in that.
Oh, yeah. I was the person that loved to can. I loved to do quilting. I mean, I loved doing all that. And then because of typical circumstances, things that happen, that's not where I ended up going. So I am so grateful that, you know, a lot of times we have these two very strong paths that we can choose from, you guys.
Yeah.
And you don't know, it's like, well, maybe God or the goddess has just always wanted you to be there. You just didn't know it. And I honestly, I don't agree with that. I think I could have done that life. And because I would have affected my children in a very healthy way and had a very good marriage, that whole thing, it would have been lineaged.
Right.
So things like seeds. But this way, because it got cut off,
Right.
then what happened is I had to really expand who I was. And so I did really a lot of deep digging. I did a lot of my personal work, traditional therapy, guys, for a long time. Then seminars, that's what they used to be called, just so you know. And, and then just finding the right path. That's when Native American medicine dropped into my lap.
Yeah.
I would have never
I mean, you guys,
thought of
Jade
it.
has so many different layers of spirituality in her background. I think that it's one reason that really drew me to her, because I love learning about different things. And Jade, the word that you said was home, and that really is what I was seeking for. I was seeking for what felt like home. I think there's a lot of people that seek for that, but then they'll hear something, and maybe we've already lost somebody. They'll hear somebody say, well, gods and goddesses, and they'll say, oh, 10 years ago, I would have said, oh no, I'm not going to listen to this person because I'm a Christian and I believe in, the triune God and the one God, the three divine persons in one God. And so this is wrong. Well, the openness, the finding home is being open to realizing that you don't have to buy and subscribe to 100% of what Jade says or what I say, but listen, be open. You never know, there's a nugget somewhere in there, and everything ties back to your template. I think, Jade, you've called it my religious template or my spiritual template that I was raised in. And so that's kind of the language that I speak, and everything can tie back to that. So even as a Christian woman, I've been able to do this exploration and find the ties back to biblical truth.
True. And I feel that honestly, every piece, because I grew up in more fundamentalist, was Episcopalian. I went to Mormonism, didn't do that. As a little girl, I had friends that were Mormons. I loved it. It was so fun. It was very kid oriented. And then I did my own seeking. We went to what was called a manual, and, which is, just singing and praising, all that. I did all that. I mean, honestly, I immersed myself in different things. This was all along. Now, here's another caveat, you guys, and I'll be saying caveat. It's a little Jade word. So,
You love that word.
at 12 years old, I decided I was going to be a nun. Okay, I had decided it, and when I told my parents, I was like, "What happened to your eyes? Wait. We had to roll. They were rolling around on the floor. I had to pick them up, and I said, Dad, can you put your eyeballs back in?" They were not having it. They were not having it. So,
I see a little 12-year-old Jade, and that's like,
a nun.
in a way, you have lived that out, though, not through the traditional, like, Sally Fields in the flying nun hat type of a way. That would be funny, though. There's a costume.
I love that.
Jade walk into the room with like that curly like nun hat on. But not in that way, but in a way you have lived that out, though, because you are living such a spiritual life. You've just kind of made it your own.
No.
Your own content.
What she's really talking about is I've been a virgin for years. So that's what she's talking about. Now, this is the first show, but this is how we want to make it, because I thought, what? I haven't had anybody around me for years, since 2003. It's like, guys, I need a partner. And they're like, no, Jade, you remember you wanted to be a nun. Now we're really going to show
you. Got it.
You got it.
You're the only nun I know who has grandbabies.
Yeah, I told you I had one moment in time. So yeah, well.
I'll be a nun. I'll be Sally Fields. I'll be Donna Reed.
Yeah, that's it. It's a triple hitter. So, now I don't know where I'm going. Well, no, I've decided that the fountain of youth is find what your heart is, it takes loads off your face.
Yeah.
So you don't need Botox, which of course we all have it, except for, I don't know, after this whole thing is over, they're really going to be busy. I thought we're going to go with our little shopping carts and we're going to say, look in my shopping cart. So instead, that's our spiritual path. If you do not think that beauty is not a spiritual path, it is. It's just how you want to do it, how you want to express it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
isn't
So
it
basically
about
what we're
nature?
doing, what we're doing here with Woo Woo Chicks, we're going to have a lot of fun. Jade and I, like, we laugh so hard. I mean, sometimes I'm going to be honest, like I've peed a little, like been laughing so hard with Jade. So we're,
I'm going to surprise her because everybody thinks I'm this, oh, mommy, yabby, gabby.
oh,
Because hello.
I love it when you do that. Avi Gavi. So everybody, if you do know Jade, if you have seen Jade or been part of Jade does these beautiful meditations. And if you've ever been part of that, I know a different Jade than you know, and she's about to come out of her box because that's the whole point here.
Yeah.
Like, this is accessible to you. You have two spiritual wanderers, one who's really made it her life path, the other person who's made it her personal path. And yeah, it's part of everything that I do because it's part of who I am. But we just want to make this accessible and give you an area where you can ask your questions. I mean, ask questions. We have a Facebook page. It's called Woo Woo Chicks. You can email either one of us. We'll put our information down below.
I will say this. Let me just, I'd like to interrupt just because I'll be doing a lot of that too. I interrupt. Please, we do want to answer everyone's questions, but please don't open the panty drawer and show us every little thing that's going on in there.
Shut up. I'll look in the panty drawer.
I don't want questions like, how many times should we masturbate? I don't.
As many times as you want to.
That's according to what you want to do.
As many times as you want to. There's something. So
Jeff Star's gonna pick this up. You watch.
Oh well.
I love him.
We'll just do the little coquettish kitty a little bit there. So what I would say, there's a minister who I really, really love. He used to be the head minister at the Presbyterian church where I met my husband. And he said one time, people are always asking him, Pastor, is it wrong to gamble? Is it wrong to drink? Is it wrong to do this? Is it wrong to do that? And this was him. And he really beautifully humble man, learned man, brilliant. He said, this is what I would tell you. So if you do have the Christian template and you're like, I don't know about that woman who said gods and goddesses and all that, just listen. He said, if your conscience tells you that gambling is wrong, then something has been placed on your spirit that's not where you're supposed to go. And Jade and I will get into this a whole lot more. We're going to be doing lots of these videos. We're going to be presenting them to you every Wednesday. We just figured Woo Woo Wednesdays. So this is your first one, but ask questions in the comments. Know that when something doesn't feel good, if you feel like drinking's wrong, something's been placed on you that's not your path. So go a different way. And, if something feels totally right, like it's all matching up, I call them green light days, when you're on one of those really busy streets and you need to get somewhere and you're afraid you're going to catch all the red lights, but the green lights all come on and you're like, yes, everything's going my way. I'm going to go buy a lottery ticket. Unless you feel like gambling's wrong and that's been placed on your heart, but if it feels good to you, if it feels right, if you're really getting in touch with who you are and you can feel that, then that's really how you can tell where home is going to be for you. And so we hope that this will be part of your home where you can come, you can bring your concerns, you can bring your questions. You can ask me about masturbation. I don't care. I'm going to tell you, if you think that it's wrong for you to masturbate, don't do it. If you think it's right, then do it.
Let me rephrase that, because actually, let me just tell you, I've heard it all. Like, two, am I an alien? Do I come from alien planets? Do I take this pair of shoes to Paris with me? All I was referring to is, we want it to be fun, and we want it to be juicy, and we want it to be something that everybody can laugh with and learn from. I'm talking about just you know, fun positivity, the kind of stuff like girl talk, anything that we would talk about. You know, absolutely, the sky is the limit.
Hey, I'm just going to open the door. You already said guys are welcome, even though we're woo-woo chicks, and primarily we're talking to women on a regular basis. But guys, you got questions about any of this stuff as it pertains?
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, you guys,
this is the place for you.
You do, because here's in the last probably I'm thinking it's about 10 years. What I've done is I've really studied men very closely. I ask them questions. I ask them from any age, from 18 all the way up to 80, and every man gives me the same answers every single time. So I'm kind of the middle person a lot of times for relationships. And I've seen the most beautiful relationships come back together. People that thought they would never be together in their marriage, love each other. And guys are surprised when I know stuff. But it's really good for us, because it's that men are from Mars, women are from Venus thing. It really is like that. We all have different lingos. So
Yeah.
there you go. So yeah, anything. Your pets, you know, what
Kids.
plumber to use, I don't know. Anything you want to ask. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's what we're here for. That's what we're doing. We're going to have a little bit of fun, laugh, hopefully a lot, and be your source for a spiritual sounding board.
Yep.
And that's us. We're the
We welcome you with open hearts, open minds, open spirits. It's good to see you guys. And yeah, the two of us, oh yeah. It's going to be fun.
It's going to be fun. So subscribe, like this video, share this video, start spreading the love, because there's more to come, my friends.
Yes. Thank you so much.
All right. See you next time.
Bye.